Oh, wait, hold on. My audio isn't even on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Behold, the radish. I still remember the day I got you. Probably because it wasn't that long ago. You're so beautiful. Ew, what's going on with your sleeves? It's fine, you're pretty regardless. And then you. Badass. Anyway. Yeah, so I probably should have wrote a script. Anyway, I decided to show off my little character builds. They're not good. By any metric. Well, I mean, my Farina one's alright. And my Harlequina one is like... It's good, actually. But good for your favorite character is not good enough. So... yeah. Not good enough. Anyway. Yeah. Farina. We have Farina here. I didn't choose her on purpose. She's just kind of here. And she definitely does a skill. And a burst. And she's double crowned, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Yeah, that cost a lot of Mora. C0 onset 4-piece. We'll talk about the pieces in a second. But yeah, R5 Fleuve. And now we're going to talk about it. 0 EM, as you can see here. Okay. Goblet. Hydro damage bonus. I got this before realizing HP was better on her. And it's... admittedly... it's pretty bad. Look at that defense. Crit damage circlet. Is this even a good idea? The rolls all went into flat HP. This might be my most replaceable piece for her. Holy. Oh, anyway. Flower. Wow. What a weird flower. Like, this flower wanted to go to someone. A scalar of some kind, but it couldn't decide which kind. Okay. And then... feather. The plume of death. This one's actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I like this one. If that unrolled stat was anything but defense, it'd probably be absolutely great. Ah. This was, at the time, and I think probably still is, the best Sans I had for her. Yeah, so she's pretty good. She could be better. But I like her. And then an increase of 16%, so we'll have to factor that in. So it's 48 plus... huh. Yeah, could definitely use some improvement. Also, ER. Yeah, Farina needs a lot of that, and I do not have a lot of it. I usually run her on a double hydro team, but... that's not really a good enough excuse for her to have such low ER. Anyway. Oh, speaking of which, let's move on to my former favorite, and the one who still holds a dear place in my heart. Oh my goodness! She's stretching! Oh my god, she has super short hair. Anyway, yeah. Skyward Pride. Because who else is deserving of a 5-star weapon than our glorious Animo Archon Sayu? Anyway. Yeah, I originally wanted to triple crown her, but then I realized just how much I hate Ajdaha. So I got her to 888. These materials are not saved for her. These are saved for Mona. Mona and Sucrose, who I don't have leveled up because I'm an idiot. And these are saved to Triple Crown Raiden, who is currently double crowned. I have thought about upgrading Sayu's burst though. And my Sayu is a mixed bag. Her heals are good, but they don't trigger very often. And I'm super scared to like risk the like actual good healing on more ER because that ER is so bad. It's even worse than Farina's. What is her actual energy cost? Let me check. Energy cost 80. That's bad. It's real bad. Anyway, yeah, Sayu used to be in every team, even ones where she was of no help. She has 137 EM, so I guess she's not horrible. Two-piece, two-piece whimsy, two-piece glad, and this, because that's pretty good, except for the defense. Yeah, I've thought about just reworking Sayu, because every time I look at her build, I'm like, no, I don't want to sacrifice the attack. But then I look at some of these rolls, and I think, oh, I wouldn't need to. The EM is nice to have too, though. But yeah, that's Sayu. Little Sayu. She's so cute. She was also the first character I ever maxed friendship. Who else? Who next? Bennett. I'm pretty proud of Bennett, but again, he has the same problem. Low ER. The reason for that is because I kind of focused a little too much on giving him HP.
Or not.
And apparently EM? Where did all that EM come from? C1. Oh, Sayu C1 too. Sayu C1 is probably the best upgrade for, like, her, in my opinion. Anyway. C1, crowned burst. That cost me more than I care to admit, but I think it was worth it. I went from hitting, like, 110,000 with my other DPS, like, with him supporting them, to, like, 130 on the low end, and the absolute highest I think I've ever seen is 180 something with my Arlecchino. But anyway, in HP circlet, and in retrospect I think healing bonus might have been a better idea, considering I was trying to give him HP so he'd heal. He's supposed to heal because I use him often with Farina, and I need someone to bring up the fanfare stacks. He's definitely not the best at it. Sayu is actually pretty good for it, but he's not the best at all. But he does help, as long as I put him first in the rotation. Okay, and then there's this flower providing nothing at all. And then this is also providing nothing. This is useless. Oh my god. Huh. The Sans is pretty alright. I'd probably swap that crit since I don't need it. The Goblet is a 4-star, so it's just kind of inherently lower than I want it to be. My current plan... Well, my plan was to swap his Sans for an ER one, but now I'm thinking maybe I'll just go for a flower and a feather that have higher ER. And maybe I'll swap the Sans if I get a better one. Anyway, Sapwood Blade, because I have no 5-star swords. And...
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Assemble! Yeah, buddy. I also want to level 90 him. Why do I want to do that again? Oh yeah, for the base attack. Because Benny's base attack matters a lot. That's why I really want a 5-star weapon for him. I don't even care if it's a good one for him. Like, it could be any weapon, just as long as it has high base attack. I guess probably one with ER, though, would be best. Because that's the reason I have Sapwood on him. Anyway, now we come to riding. R5 catch. 4 piece. 0 cons, unfortunately. Though I definitely want C3. C2, at least. But, like, her C1 is great. C2 is unbelievable. And C3, well, I mean, it's just free damage. I also really want her signature weapon, because it's so cool. And because I can give the catch to Xiangling in that case. And then the pieces. I'm not too confident about this one. Okay. Crit rate circlet. Oh, goodness. If that was ER instead of defense, that'd be really good. Okay, so hear me out on this one. I thought that this would be a good idea. I think electro damage bonus would be better given her like overall damage. And I think she'd probably hit harder, kind of the way that my Arlecchino does. Last I checked, she's somewhere in the top 30%. My Raiden and my Arlecchino is somewhere in the top 20%. Or maybe it's 40 and 30. But yeah, point is, they're just like 10% apart. And I think that like a similar kind of stats on an electro damage goblet, I think would like sever that difference, which is good because she's like my second main. I love Raiden. I use her as a main DPS even. I just love her. Attack Sans is again like unnecessary, but I do like it. I feel like it'd be better like an ER one, maybe, but maybe not. But also maybe, because I do have a lot of attack for her. But it is also increased by 20% right now. And I think maybe if I got rid of the goblet, it wouldn't matter, and I'd probably keep the sands. But eventually I'll have to change it to ER if I get R1. Anyway, the plume. It's not like the main stat of the plume ever changes. Crit damage, energy recharge, and EM. Oh my god, that's where all the EM in this whole build comes from. Sorry for the sniffling, I'm sick. Yeah, so, pretty nice. And then, well, that could be better. But it's not atrocious. It's providing a lot of crit value, at least. Oh, God. Oh, God, that ratio. I think my ER is good, though. My attack is a little too good. Let me see, electro damage bonus. Yeah. So yeah, things could be improved, but generally, I think riding is alright. Somewhat. Anyway. Oh god. Did I show this one off? I did. Okay. Okay. Chlorand. Listen, my build on her is not good. It's not at all. She's got a good weapon. But you have to understand. She does so well without a good build. I even have C1 for her. I got it on accident. I, accidentally, pulled for her while saving for Farina. Accidentally. And I ended up, getting her. And then her C1. I was building pity, guys, I swear. Anyway. Crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage. See, like, not a horrible piece. But, like, the flat rolls could be better. Like, I could have not dead stats. An electro damage bonus goblet. See, I was in the whimsy domain. I basically lived in that domain for this piece. And then I rolled it and it was bad, but I saved it anyway because I needed this. I really did. I needed an electro, like, whimsy piece. And then I got other ones, and they actually were still bad. I don't even think this one is better than the other ones. I think it's just equally bad. Anyway, Sans, defense Sans. She's got a defense Sans, but she does good damage. I don't think she's supposed to have an attack Sans. I think she's supposed to be... Oh. Yeah, actually, that's what I was going to say. I was going to put EM on her, since she just has so much attack. Maybe I'd change my mind if I had a signature, though. Anyway. What's the recommended affix here? Attack, really. Anyway. ER... crit damage, attack, and HP. Yeah, this is actually a good piece. I can see why it's the off piece. Which is weird, because usually you're not supposed to use feathers as the off piece, but yeah. And her flower. Yeah, this is... I think this flower is basically the reason I burst off cooldown with her. And then, yeah, the talents. They're not crowned, but they're close. I guess I could crown them if I wanted. Haven't really thought about it much. Should I show off the queen? Nah, we'll save her. Let's see, who else? Ah, yes, very proud of my traveler build. Isn't it beautiful? Truly gorgeous. Yeah, wolf thing. Certainly looks cool on him. And then Fischl. I actually recently got Fischl's bow. I have a certain friend who's not so happy with me about that. Yeah. But yeah, I got her bow. I just don't think it's superior to the stringless, which I don't have leveled because I didn't realize it was good for her. So, that sucks. Same for her artifacts. I don't think they have good stats. I'll only show off the ones that are leveled. See why it's leveled? Oh, God, no. No, no. Oh, oh, no. Oh. Well, that's rough. That's not too great. Oh, I was about to say, what did this even roll into? But nothing. It's at 0. And then, yeah, most of my characters are... Well, I was gonna say most of them are unbuilt. But then I clicked on a bunch who are. Ooh, I know. I'll go over Layla. I'm very proud of Layla. Because she's not built very well at all. And yet she still does so well. She is my shield. She only has 29,000 HP. C3, talents, 292, artifacts, tenacity, HP goblet, HP sands. Yeah, I guess those aren't really all that great. HP circlet. I think she's alright. Her shield puts up quite a tough fight. I never actually end up getting it broken. But at the same time, I don't, like, fight people like Ashta. And I don't like using shields. The only reason I have Layla built is because I like her. Anyway. Mona. The astrologist. I love her, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, my stats on her aren't too great. She has the Widsith, which, as I understand it, is her best in slot, I think. And 4-piece emblem, but... So, the reason there's so many zeros is because oftentimes, mostly with support characters, I will leave an artifact at absolutely 0 levels simply based on the fact that the substats are not good. Like in this case, I don't even need... Do I even need crit damage on her? No, no, I do not. But that ER is very, very good. She doesn't quite burst off cooldown, but she gets very close. And then everything went into her burst, because that was kind of the point. I use her for the damage bonus. And I have a Hydro Goblet on her, but now I'm pretty sure... I looked at her a couple days ago, and I think that doesn't actually matter. Like, you don't need that. Yeah. So it increases... Yeah. What's funny about this is that there doesn't seem to be a described limit here, but there might be. She's a very old character. It's possible they just made an error and haven't corrected it to this day. Xiangling's kind of the same case. Of, like, the leveling as far as artifacts go. But, like, the thing you gotta understand about characters like Xiangling and Mona is that they're still usable at such an infantile state. It's shocking, really. And my Xiangling, I think, is C6. Oh, no, she's C5. Oh, yeah, no cons for Mona. Yeah, so... Yeah. 4-piece emblem. That's her best, I think. And I gave her an ER Sans, because I figured that would probably be the best option for her. I don't know if I actually need attack on her. I didn't purposefully build such low attack, but I don't know if that's a problem or not. And her crit is bad. It's bad. But her ER is... I wouldn't say it's good, exactly. It's just that I like to replay character trials. And in pretty much every trial for Xiangling, they build her with, like, 0 ER, so based on what I'm comparing it to, she's pretty good. And EM is low on basically all my characters. Except Nahida, but then it's low on Nahida for Nahida. Like, by her standards. Like, this is only 500 EM. See, Nahida I really wanted, but I pre-farmed for her, but I forgot to pre-farm the artifacts. Just the weapon and the talents to an extent, because I wanted to triple crown them, but I couldn't in time. Oh, and her ascension. Like, I had her all the way ready to ascend to the final phase. Same for Raiden. In fact, I used a cool polling ritual for both Raiden and Nahida. And at that same polling ritual, after I got them, I leveled them to 80. Anyway, done yapping about that for the time being. Xingqiu, same situation as Mona and Xiangling, completely underleveled. But it doesn't matter because he still does damage. Also, it probably does matter because, like, this causes me pain to look at. Like, it's just so odd to me how I can have this beautiful specimen, and then I have Xingqiu. 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, zeros. And, you know, everyone else is unbuilt. Except, yeah, Sucrose. Sucrose has artifacts. They're not leveled, because I want to get her 4-piece, VV, but I might settle just for these 2 Wanderer's Troop pieces, because I'm pretty sure they're good. I also might swap out this circlet and give it to Nahida, because she'll make so much more use of it. The problem with that is that Nahida's off-piece, last time I checked, is actually pretty good. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is the highest value feather in my whole account, according to Akasha. But anyway. Yeah, so Sucrose is somewhat built. I've been told her talent levels don't matter for her damage. And I really hope that's true, because I don't want to farm for them. I just don't want to. I also didn't realize her energy cost was so high. That's kind of a problem. Oh wait, I forgot. That's why I put Fav Codex on her. Okay. Then Fremine is unbuilt, but I put pieces on him to remind myself to build him, because I actually think that his playstyle is really cool. It's based on Shatter, which is a very obscure reaction that I think is very cool. You know, Kale, Sarah, Barbara, Jean, Tainari, Dia, Diluc. Those are all just characters that I want to build. It's pure coincidence that they all come after one another like that, but yeah, I want to build them. Same for Farazan, Hazo, Sethos, all of the original characters, and Chevreuse. Okay, so Captain Chevreuse. Here's the issue with her. Level 90 Homa. And bad artifacts. Except for her flower, which is actually so good I've decided not to replace it. Yep, bad artifacts. Very bad. What's this? That is not that great. But yeah, she really is something right now, my current Chevreuse. But the reason for that is because it was building her that made me decide to start farming Mora, like, a lot. Because I wanted to build Chevreuse, but and I realized how much more it costed to upgrade a weapon to level 90. And then all these guys are unbuilt. I've considered building Kirara. And Candace, if I get C6. Toma, maybe, too. I'm not a big fan of his character. Not because he's not a cool guy, you know, he's very nice. He's a friendly individual. He's boring. And that's not even because he's nice, he's just boring and nice at the same time. Which is pretty upsetting. A lot of the Inazuma characters are a little lacking in luster. Ooh, and then Kuki. Kuki I also want to build. I think she's really good for Hyperbloom. I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness, what? What? Yeah, she's probably pretty good for Hyperbloom, I'm not gonna lie. There was one I know I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, Gaming. So, his skill is level 10. He's C3. He's got 4-piece Marashose Hunter. And here's the thing. It's like, I have him leveled up, like his artifacts leveled up, but they're not that good. But he can do good damage, just doesn't very often. What's my crit ratio on him? Oh, that might be why. Oh wait, no, I built it like that on purpose. Yeah, to keep a low crit ratio for now, but the rate won't be too bad with the Marashose bonus. But, like, it still is bad. Oh, right. That's why. Because of his weapon. But yeah, I did put kind of a lot of work into him. I dedicated a whole week to building him. And I don't regret it, because I think that he's a good pyro DPS that I still need to build, but he's very good. He's very fun, too. He's a silly little guy. Did you just see that idle animation? I know nothing about him, though, because I haven't played his Hangout, and I think that's the only place where they ever talk about him, but other than that, yeah. And then last, and certainly not least, my favorite. Look at how uninterested she is in showing off. It's basically like she's showing off. 10, 10, 10. She is triple crowned, my first ever, because I just love her so much. C0, unfortunately. Artifacts. 4-piece harmonic whimsy. We'll look at them individually. So, this circlet actually used to be on Gaming, and he lowered in value a lot when I swapped it out for a much worse one. But, that being said, well, you gotta give it to the queen. I mean, come on. So this, like, isn't that great, though. But, like, for Arlecchino, it was a big increase, because I think she had, like, a crit damage circlet, but, like, no crit rate on it. Which is kind of useless for a character that ascends in crit damage. And then Pyro damage bonus Goblet. The defense rolls aren't great. But other than that, I love it. And then the Sands, same for HP. See, the ironic thing about that is both this Goblet and this Sands both came from the Transmuter. Both of them. And then, yeah, I thought she had a good Feather and Flower. I mean, this flower could be changed for something better, though. Maybe I'll just swap it with Clarence. Nope. That provides no value. Arlecchino does not need ER. She does not. So 46.6% pyro damage bonus, but I'm pretty sure that increases by, yeah, by 40%. Very good. She has Deathmatch. I have 3 BP weapons because I like the Battle Pass. I'm not too drawn to the weapons, but I definitely think they make a great bonus. And the only thing that, like, saddens me about them is that I can get multiple weapons. But yeah. So Deathmatch, I have this on her. And I really like it. I think it works really well with her. I'm almost scared to get her signature. Because I'm scared that it won't be as great, given, like, the loss of attack and crit rate. But to be fair, that's probably irrational, and probably just not true. Yeah, low EM, so her vapes aren't as strong as they could be. But, yeah. 87 over 191, I think that's pretty good. Her attack... With Arlecchino, you want attack to be, like, in... like, past 2,000. Which is not average. Like, that's very unnatural for a main DPS that's ridiculously high, but... it's ideal for her. Also, her HP is a little high. I don't know where that came from. Maybe it's the... Is it this? No. Well, that's weird, 'cause it's the only recent change I've made. But yeah, she's somewhere in the, like, top 20s, I think, on Akasha. Look at that. She's so cool. I love her. Okay, and then also, I think, like, a very small amount of defense compared to, like, my other issues. Which she doesn't need, because she gets her own res. Well, she's not on field, so you actually can't see it right now, but she does get her own res. You know what?
A must for the well-mannered. If
I'll
you'd
do
like to learn
damage
the proper
showcases a
etiquette,
different
I'd be
time, but
happy
I'll
to
do
teach you.
one for the Neve. 'Neve. 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 ' Yeah, this works.
Chivalry will never die.
Swapping out Freyna because she doesn't synergize too well with Arlecchino, which I think is a damn shame. They're two of my favorite characters. Anyway, though, yeah. Let's go have some fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll do damage showcases somewhere else. Also, just to prove what I was talking about, her attack goes up. She has res. Promise. See, this is the downside of deathmatch, though. For whatever reason, it shows you the buff, which is very annoying. It says that it's triggered by the amount of enemies on field, but that doesn't seem to make a difference to me. Anyway, I'll be quiet now.
I'm going in.
Not too shabby, I think. Oh my goodness, I have a friend, the same prior mentioned friend who,
Now you shall perish.
her Arlecchino hits like, oh my goodness, it hits like 12,000 at the most. It's painful. Why didn't I run that? No! My battery! No!
This is where
Wow. Wow. Of course she chose the time I was recording to do the lowest burst number I've seen from her in months. I also don't know why I did Raiden's burst during that. Didn't really help much, but yeah. So yeah. I think she's pretty good. Oh, she lost the staring contest. Wow. Okay, so... news. I got super freaking lazy. Like, really lazy. And, yeah. Didn't really update, I guess, the thing that I had made for all my character builds. Like this one. And this one. And not this one, but we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, so... yeah, so... the thing here is that, didn't release the thing. So when I didn't release the thing, it quickly became outdated when I randomly got feverish for upgrading characters. Like, hold on, let me show some examples. Benny. Benny had, oh my goodness.
You want me on your
Benny
team?
has changed sands now. Look at it. It's a different one. You see that? Crazy. What else? Yeah. Oh yeah, I have a ton of teams. Basically, I really like building characters in the game. Sorry if this hurts your eyes, but I don't care. See, that sucks. Anyway, what other build? Oh yeah, Nahida. I used the transmuter for her and got her this, which is the single highest value artifact I have ever rolled. And I know that because Akasha tells me. Overall, her build is still bad. Still pretty bad. But it's getting better. 700 EM. Which, I mean, if it's not 1,000, it's basically 0, but we're close. And, That's right, I made some teensy, weensy, tiny, insignificant little changes to the fact that I took Chevreuse from level 20 and brought her to level 90. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Staff of Homa. For her to have HP and attack and crit. Like I just wanted her to have the stuff she needs while also achieving like a little bit of damage for herself. C2 talents aren't done, but yeah, she's level 90 even. I built her because I love Overload and I wanted to be given a bonus for doing one of my favorite reactions. And this team is really fun. You should try it if you have a character. And then, I'm pretty sure that's all of it. Never mind. Oh, but I do have a mission to build the Pyro Traveler. Now that that's a thing. We have them artifacts, but they're just like stand-in artifacts. This sword is... Well, actually, it might be alright for like a support Pyro Traveler. But we don't know what his C6 is yet. Well... Oh my gosh, guys, I'm from the future. But yeah, we don't know what his C6 is yet. So that's unfortunate. Talents are pretty low, I don't know if you noticed. I know it's practically unrecognizable. But yeah, I plan on building him. And next up on the list is actually Barbara. I'm just not realizing my audio for the game is turned off completely. How did that take so long for me to notice? And I never intended on building you, Diana. I don't know why your level is so high. What do you even do? I'm just kidding. I know she's a healer and a shielder, and she does damage. And she's one of the characters that can hold Noblesse. If I'm being honest, though, I don't think that any of that is good. I think the thing with Diana is, like, she does, like, everything. And I don't think she's good at anything. Which, if I'm being honest, were kind of my thoughts about Citlali. But Citlali is, hot. In a figurative sense, because she's a cryo character, but yeah, she's hot. So, yeah, I mean, you didn't consider that, did you? It's fine. Sometimes we have issues like that. But yeah, I really want her, but I can't pull for her. So, I'm going to stop looking at that screen. And then... What else? Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that, father. Oh, I don't know if this has changed in the original, but yeah. I have this circlet on her. It's a very good one, in my opinion. What else did I want to show? What else? Oh, I remember the other thing I wanted to show. Alright, here it is. My Akasha rankings. Xiangling and Fischl were put on there by accident. I didn't mean to put them on there because I haven't built them. Alright. So this is top 24%. That's an overload, but the thing is, I actually use her mostly for overload, and this is even the team I use. So, you know, that that's probably the most genuine one. I do plan to use her for melt in the future, though. But anyway, taser. That's wrong. That's not what I use her for at all. It's actually pretty insulting, honestly, that they think my build is so bad at competing that they label it as taser. Hold on, let me reconfigure this. Oof, that's not good. Yeah, so she's ranked as top 70% in ride and hyper carry, which is what I want her for. But to be fair, I guess I can't blame them with that crit ratio. Not even really the ratio that bothers me, it's just like the damage and the crit rate really needs improving. Also, my Sarah is not C6, which is upsetting. She's actually C0. I only managed to get one during that whole banner. And then Farina is in skill 160% ER, ranked with double hydro. And this is actually pretty correct, actually. I even formed a new team with Barbara as the driver, that's why I have to build her, where this actually pretty much perfectly describes her role, doing skill damage in a team with another hydro character helping her generate energy. I shouldn't have to improve Farina all that much for a while, but I should. But yeah, her stuff is, yeah, it's pretty bad. And finally, well, that's just ranked wrong. Yeah, that's right. Put some respect on my name. I have. Oh wait, worse build than you said. Oh boy. Yeah, this is the build stats. Also, it says I have higher than average HP, which is kind of funny. Let's see. Great piece. Or, well, okay piece. Good piece. Great piece. Although, nothing will ever top this. I mean, it's the only good thing that ever came out of the transmuter, like, ever on my account, so, yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of all I want to show. Oh, also, Overload Claran, which is wrong, but I don't know if they even have what I use her for. Nope. Because these are way better options. I'm so flattered they think I use her for Overload. Because I should.